Hey everyone, this is Aaron, prepping Ohio. Got my giant garden put in today. Just a little tiny guy. I think that's 4 passes with the rototiller. And, what is that, 15 feet long or something from start to end. I got a couple tomatoes in. They were getting root bound pretty bad. I figured I better do something with them. I had them in this big pot here, but it wasn't enough. So, I wasn't going to do a garden this year, but I thought, I kind of hate to kill these plants anyway, so maybe there'll be something. I got some sweet potatoes. There's 6 of them guys planted. And there, and up there, of course, and then right there. And what you're seeing there is my watering system, which isn't working that great apparently. It keeps sticking. Running on a 12-volt pump, it doesn't have a whole lot of pressure. It doesn't have enough pressure to run both sides. So what I do is I'll run one for a little bit, shut that side off, and then I'll run this side. Got the hoses up here, sorry for spinning so fast. On this little splitter here. And this one controls the high side, this one controls the low side, so I will shut off that one, and I will turn this one on. There he goes. Sorta. I think there was some stuff laying in the hose, probably why he's not spinning so good right now. And like I said, it's just kind of low pressure, but it works. They don't have to spin perfectly, just as long as it gets water out there, which is what it's doing. And there's some air in the line apparently. He's trying. It's working. I think you can hear the cicadas now. And the freaking wasp keeps trying to drive around here, fly around and bug me. Well, there's a little garden. Now, of course, this is nowhere near being enough to make it through the winter or anything, but, like I said, I wasn't even going to do, damn bug. I wasn't even going to do a garden this year. But I had an old sweet potato and I thought I'd try it. Starting it in a jar, and I did, and that worked. So I thought, well, now I gotta plant them. Yeah, that's what I did. Man, I can hear something off in the distance. There's them farmers doing the tractor stuff again. So yeah, here we go. Trying. It's kind of cool. It looks on the camera. It looks like the water's running backwards. Kind of neat. But I'll let this run. The pump's down in a, I think it's a 300-gallon tub. One of them big Rubbermaid tub things. And I drop the pump down in it and run the hose over. It's probably 150 feet away. So 12 volts really doesn't do a whole lot on the pump. Unless you get, I suppose if you had a great big 12-volt pump with a lot of amperage, it'd do okay. But this is good enough for me. Now last year, on the other side of this broken up trampoline, down there in the big old hayfield looking things where I had a garden last year, and that's downhill a good bit, so it kind of seemed like that must have helped it. And they did pretty good. But they're working good enough here. You can't really see in the camera how far it's throwing the water. But that's definitely far enough for this tiny little garden. And tomorrow I will probably extend this out a little bit more. Maybe twice the size. And that's about what it was last year. You can see the edges right here. And that would be about double the size of what it is. I suppose I've got some other potatoes, regular potatoes. The little tiny red ones. I just love those things. They're great for stews and stuff. So maybe I'll try to put them in. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. Everybody keeps offering me plants too, and I have to kind of keep turning them down. And I sort of thought, well, that's kind of just a waste. So I suppose I'll do a garden. I'm kind of wondering if it's a little bit late to actually do a garden. Tomorrow will be the 1st of June, and these plants are they're pretty good. I mean, they're already past they've already got roots, so they're probably good enough to make it anyway. I don't think we're going to have any more frost. It was 93 degrees today, and the humidity, I don't know, but just sitting outside, I was soaking wet with sweat. So I don't know, maybe it's up around 80% or something. I'm not real sure, I don't really know. But it was miserable. Flies love it though. Did a lot of mowing today and fed a lot of flies. Darn things. But yeah, this is pretty cool, really. I mean, I don't have to carry jugs around. I don't have to drag the hoses out. They're just there, and they're going to stay there until I'm done with the garden this year. And they're tucked up back relatively nicely where I won't be mowing over them or tripping over them. Or they'll do good enough, I suppose. I'm getting wet right here. You know. I tried it with just one sprinkler right in the middle, and it wasn't quite enough to reach the edges. But with two of them, of course, it throws clear over the sides here. Excuse me. Kind of a cool time of year. Kind of nice. So I'm not really sure about the sweet potatoes. I've never raised them before. So I don't know how they're going to go. But we're going to try them. We're going to see how it works. Little things. Oh, another little trick I like to do here is when you take them out of the pot, when I take them out of the pot and I plant them, I break up the roots a little bit, but I don't cover the potting soil all the way, especially right around the stalk there with the stem. I kind of like to leave that out. Sort of seems like sometimes this dirt here in Guernsey County, it acts as a, I don't know, some sort of barrier for moisture. So I always like to leave the top kind of just sticking out there with the potting soil, and I fill up right around it. Now, of course, once they're established well enough in their new home, it won't really matter. But one little trick that I use that does help out, I don't know if it's actually a trick, it might be a well-known thing, I don't know, but that's kind of just what I like to do. Now, ground's getting kind of good and soaked here. I'm going to flip him over to the other side. Go up to the hose here. We'll shut the low side off. I can never remember which way to turn these valves. I'll turn the high side on. There, the high side's going. It's going pretty good. Now, if I run these both at the same time, it's just not enough for the pump. Turn them on. You see, they kind of just do that. They don't do much anything, which would probably be enough, but I like them to scatter out there a little bit better. So turn this low side off, back up to the high side. And we're doing good. So I'll probably let this run for, I don't know, 20 minutes on each one. And I don't want to run the tub all the way down because it's got like silty stuff in the bottom, gunk that collected there all winter, and I'm getting wet. So here we are. And the little spinny things look like they're freeing up better, so they must have just been gunked up. And I left them sit out all winter and whatever, but looks like they're doing pretty good now. I'm not much of a pepper guy. I really don't care for peppers a whole lot. I do like potatoes and tomatoes. I like onions. And I've got some onions, so I may end up putting them in there somewhere. Kind of want to do some marigolds too. Marigolds just seem like they belong in a garden. They keep some bugs away. So I'll probably put a few of them in here somewhere. We got some rain coming for the next few days. I think tomorrow it's going to be nice and hot. And then after that, it's going to rain for the next 4 or 5 days here. So I guess I'll get to it when I get to it. I don't know if you can see the grass moving out here. You can see the water hitting it clear out here. That's coming off of him. So 1 wasn't quite enough, and 2 was way too much for that little tiny thing there. But of course, once I extend it out to right here, you can kind of see a little mound right there. And then I'll center those up a little better, and I think that'll probably be good enough. Something else I'm kind of concerned about is there's this big maple tree here, the one that had the bird stuck in it. I don't know if that's going to block too much light, but if we look up, there's the bird cherry tree, but there's this open sky through here. So hopefully that'll be good enough. I don't know. I'm not really out anything if it doesn't do good. Not like we're completely depending on this. though I am looking forward to some sweet potatoes. Not sure how they're going to work, but I guess we'll deal with that when the time comes. I really hope my tomatoes do good. There is one little baby tomato on here. Let me see if I can get around here. Not getting soaked. Where was he? There's one little baby tomato right there. Where? Well, come on, right there. Right there, little fella. And these tomato plants were given to me, so I don't really know what kind they are. But anyway, here we are, folks. Hope everybody's enjoying their day. Don't take it for granted because you don't know if you got another one coming. Thanks for watching.